Good day. This time we are going to discuss about the creative process of design. So the title of our lecture for this morning is the creative design process. This is only an introduction. I'm Architect Irene Shara Felix Pahela and I will be your lecturer for this topic. Let's start by the saying of Louis Kahn. He said, "Architecture is the thoughtful making of space." I want you to remember the word thoughtful. Kasi hindi tayo pwedeng mag-design without being thoughtful. We have to think bago tayo mag-drawing. Hindi pwedeng puro drawing without thinking. Okay? So, architecture is the thoughtful making of space. So, gumagawa tayo, we define spaces with our design and we have to be thoughtful in doing so. So, let's define creativity. Creativity is the use of imagination or original idea. So, pag nag-create tayo, as much as possible, you use your own idea. Syempre, madami ng mga na-implement na designs all throughout. Pero, ang kailangan natin talaga yung hindi pwedeng makikita mo yung idea na inspire ka nito then 100% ko-comprehend mo. Masama yun, hindi pwede yun. I'm sure lahat tayo meron tayong iba-ibang way of thinking. So, kapag ginamit natin ito, for example, if buong klase, iisa yung design problem na kailangan pagtuunan ng pansin, for sure, sa isang klase with 50 students, there are 50 unique ideas. Meron at merong variation dun sa mabibigay na design solution. So, creativity, may originality dapat tayo. And it has to come from our own ideas. Siyempre, instrumental pa din dito yung research. Pero the interpretation is still individual. Now, we are going to discuss the creative cycle. Ang creative cycle naman na i-discuss natin, hindi siya in proper order. Bakit? Kasi, pwedeng ginawa mo na yung design, and then, may nakita ka na concept, and then, may nakita ka na mas applicable, or yung nauna mong idea, hindi pala siya yung talagang solution that you need. So, i-develop. So, umiikot itong cycle na to. You keep going back and forth hanggang sa makuha mo yung design that you really need and kung ano yung pinakaswak doon sa design problem. So, una sa creative cycle, makikita natin dito yung complexity ng design. So, ito yung magi-inspire dun sa response ng designer dun sa problem. So, kapag ginawa natin ito, yung complex na design na ito, yun yung magpapakita how we really understand the problem, kung paano ka-complex yung solution that we can provide. So, yun yung mag-i-evoke talaga ng response. Yun yung magbibigay talaga ng uniqueness to it. The second one is the challenge. So, may choice yung designer dito. Pwedeng to question the status quo or redefine the problem in order to understand it. So, magsa-start pa rin tayo dun sa problem na kailangan solusyonan. And, bibigyan mo ng proposal. Kasi, ang status quo natin, you can either question it. For example, i-define mo ano yung ideal doon sa space na yon. Or pwede mong i-check yung problem. Ano ba talaga yung pwede kong gawing solution? Pwede ring within the problem, makita mo na yung solution eh. So, there's a way of understanding it para makapag-come up tayo with the innovative proposal. So, nakita mo may problema. Bakit may problema? So, you will research ko ano talaga yung cause. If that is not possible, then you can move to the concept na nung design. Nakita mo kung ano yung ideal, and then you will yun na yung pwede mong maging goal into making the design. Next, we have to see yung creativity. Kanina na discuss natin to, na define na natin siya. So, dapat open din tayo sa bagong ideas. Pwedeng meron ka initially na naisip, and then yung naisip mo na yun, it will not work. So, may naisip ka ng bago. So, you have to be open to ideas like that. Pwedeng in the middle of the design process, may maiisip kang bago. So, how are you going to adapt that doon sa design mo? Pwede mong i-adapt yun, pwede mong idagdag, or you can simply let go of the presumption. Pwede yung una mong idea, yun yung ila-let go mo. Parang, ay, hindi na pala to pwede. Mas maganda pala yung bago kong idea. So, yun yung meaning din ng creativity, na you have to be open to new ideas. You have to also be ready to let go of the ideas that do not work. And then, be confident to make mistakes. Ito yung makakaranas kayo na madaming times nito, na ikikritik yung work ninyo. Akala nyo okay na, you are very confident in presenting it, kaso nagkamali. Huwag kayong panghinaan ng loob, kasi part of the process yan, that you will be making mistakes. Pwede yung idea mo masyadong out of the box, and then nagkaroon ng critique about that idea. So, the purpose of the critique, the purpose of checking, is para makita kung swak ba talaga siya sa design solution. Pwedeng nakita mo, maganda yung concept mo, pero hindi necessarily bagay doon sa project. So, you can just take that idea, itabi mo, and then you can use that for future projects. Pero, when you do execute the idea, be confident, and you can also explore alternative options. Think outside of the box, okay? So, no good idea is wasted. Kung hindi man niya ma-implement dun sa una mong design problem, pwede yan sa susunod. So, madami pang kasunod yan. Pwede mong i-apply yan sa ibang design problems. Another thing is communication. Communication sa architecture terms, ang ibig sabihin nito, drawings, models, words. So, yan yung first step in realizing a proposal. Kasi, hindi mo mai-explain yan na kinuwento mo lang doon sa client. There has to be a drawing, or there has to be a sketch model or scale model showing it para ma-visualize kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mong sabihin. So, yun yung form natin ng communication: drawings, models, diagrams, words, narrative. So, you can use all those forms para gumawa ka ng design, para ma-realize mo yung design mo. Next is critical judgment. Ito, dapat ma-develop sa inyo to, kasi it is constantly used for decision making and to develop an idea. So, sa'yo pa lang, sa sarili mo, marunong kang i-critic yung sarili mo, titingnan mo na agad. Pagka-drawing mo ng concept, okay, critical judgment. So, you have to be able to apply this on your drawings also. Kasi, hindi naman kami palaging available to check it. Or it would be limited yung chances na makita namin yung work ninyo. So, on your own, you have to be able to criticize your own work din. Makita mo, ay, teka, parang hindi ba bagay, parang awkward yung placements. Or, parang hindi masyadong masikip yung space, or may mga spaces ako na hindi nagamit na maayos, or hindi ko na maximize. So, yun yung kailangan makita nyo sa sarili ninyo, na makapag-decide ka kung ano talaga yung pinaka-suitable. Hindi lahat pwede, hindi lahat isisiksik mo lahat ng ideas in that one project. So, next on our item is control. Okay, so ito yung once you applied critical judgment doon sa doon sa project mo, nakita mo na kung ano yung pwede at hindi pwede, at parang nakita mo parang OA ata yung design ko. So, i-refine mo na siya before you execute the idea. So, sa sketch mo pa lang, makikita mo kung alin na yung hindi pwede at saka yung pwede. And then, pwede kang magbura, pwede kang mag-alis para ma-refine siya. Kagaya natin, mga girls, okay? Sorry, wala akong example for the boys eh. So, sa ating mga girls, kapag tumingin tayo sa salamin, pag nag-makeup ba tayo, lahat ba naka-highlight? Hindi, 'di ba? Kung gusto mo mag-focus on your face, you just choose kung aling part dyan yung gusto mong ma-emphasize. For example, sa ating mga girls, kung lips lang yung gusto mong ma-emphasize sa makeup mo, edi yun lang yung lalagyan mo ng kulay. Hindi pwedeng heavy yung or makapal yung lipstick mo, makapal din yung eyeliner mo, at makapal yung eyeshadow mo. So, over yon. So, pag tumingin kayo sa design, look at it the same way. Parang, tingnan mo kung alin lang dapat yung ma-highlight, and then, kung alin yung pwede mong, okay, bawas-bawasan ko ng konti dito sa area na to. So, parang ganun din. You have to exercise control over your design. Like I said kanina, hindi pwedeng lahat ng idea mo isasalpak mo dyan. Okay? So, this is the simplified architectural design process. Okay? Walang correct way na exact na one size fits all. Parang pangbahay, ito yung process. Pareho lang din sa ospital or pareho lang din sa school or ibang structures. Very, very unique ang process ng design according doon sa design problem, anong site. Ito makikita natin dito. Pero ito yung simplified, ito yung pinaka-common. And like I said, ito yung pinaka-core nung design process according sa pag-aaral ko na rin and sa personal experience ko practicing architecture. So, una niyan, magkakaroon ka muna ng idea kung ano yung design problem. So, dyan, habang nag-aaral kayo, yan yung binibigay ng mga prof sa inyo na gagawin ninyo, may set of instructions, ano yung requirement ng design, ano yung requirement ng drawing, ano din dapat na makita, ano yung sitwasyon. So, doon nakalagay yan sa design brief or most commonly sa atin, design problem. And then, malalaman mo kung ano yung requirements ng design. Yan yung pinakaunang nakalagay dyan. Ano dapat yung nakalagay and ano yung design problem. Siyempre, nangangailangan yan ng design solution galing sa'yo. Okay. Susunod, na makikita ninyo, dito meron tayong box. So, this box here represents the site. So, the context, or sa atin, pinaka-commonly known as the site, it refers to the place in which architecture or buildings are located. So, yan yung location, yan yung site. Kung mapapansin nyo tong box na to, hindi ka pwedeng lumagpas sa box na yan. So, pag binigyan ka ng box or ng lote na may specific na sukat, you have to stay within the lot. And kapag nandun ka sa lot na yon, syempre, there are also boundaries that has to be set. For example, kung nasa lote ka, meron yung specific na setbacks, hindi mo pwedeng sagarin lahat. Okay? So, the context dictates the bounds of the proposed design. So, hindi ka pwedeng lumagpas. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, ganito kalaki yung gusto kong design. No. You have to design within the context or within the site. Kahit pa yung site na yan, malaki, kung ang binigay lang na context sa'yo within the site, maliit lang, you have to work with that area that is given to you. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-demand ng mas madaming space. Okay, so yun yung challenge sa atin. We have to design within the space, and if it's in a specific location, may mga restrictions yan. Pwedeng sabihin dun sa local laws of the place. O hanggang 2 floors lang dito. O kaya may height restrictions. Or isang floor lang dito. Or pwedeng sabihin within that site, doon sa location na yon, ay itong styles lang ang pwede. Hindi ka pwede mag-modern. Kailangan ganito lang yung style mo, traditional. So, yun yung maglalagay ng boundaries ng design mo. Okay? You cannot go beyond that. Pero you can still be creative in making the design solution. Pero, it has to be within the bounds of the context. Okay? So, I hope that's understood. Next, design rationale. Okay, ito madalas tinatanong to sa mga design, architectural design. Ano yung design rationale mo? Ang ibig sabihin ng rationale is a set or reasons or a logical basis for a course of action. That's the reason explaining the design. Parang pag nilagay mo yung rationale mo, pag written kasi yan mostly naka mga 1 or 2 paragraphs explaining bakit ganun yung itsura ng design mo. So there has to be a reason kung bakit ganun yung design. Hindi pwedeng okay, sa tingin ko cute kasi yung kulay niyan. Hindi pwede. There has to be a deeper meaning. For example, meron tayo makikitang design na unique yung shape or medyo abstract yung shape. Pwede bang sabihin ng architect, kasi naglamukos ako ng papel tapos yan yung lumabas? Hindi pwedeng ganun. There has to be an idea na origins nung design rationale. Pwedeng it could be the culture. For example, ang site mo nasa tabing dagat and you are going to design something and you want the design to also embody yung nature doon sa lugar. Kunwari, tabing dagat. Pwede mong maging concept. Pwede kang pumili ng concept within nature or within the culture or let's say a fruit or a plant or a form of nature na gusto mong i-interpret through architectural design. So, that would mean a design concept. So, may mga design concept, minsan pinipili nila prutas, nakita niya yung oranges naka-slice in a certain way and it inspired yung shape ng design. Pwedeng ganon. So, it's an idea, it's an intention na pwede mong sundan and that is the beginnings of the design. So, it could either be, a design concept could either be a tangible object. So, yung object na mahahawakan mo, for example, itong mouse na to, pwede akong ma-inspire ng shape niya, or pwede akong ma-inspire ng kulay niya, but it has to be related to the design problem and the context of the design. So, kunwari, nasa isang region ka, for example, Davao region, gusto mo maging concept durian, kasi, yun yung nandoon yung fruit na durian. So, gusto mo siyang gawing concept. So, just be careful not to be too literal na mukhang durian na durian yung diba? Yung parang But you can incorporate elements of it. For example, yung spikes niya or yung kulay niya or wag naman yung amoy, no? Pero pwede yung shape in a certain way na inspire yung design mo. So, that's one example. Another design concept, pwede namang hindi tangible object. It could be a principle or let's say gusto mo yung tropical design. So may explain mo din yan sa rationale. Pero yung design concept is what would really make it identifiable yung design mo. Okay, that's it. I hope na naintindihan yung lecture natin for today. And, pasensya na kayo, medyo maingay yung kapitbahay namin. Very uncooperative talaga. And, so, yun, if you have questions about this topic, just reply doon sa MS Teams natin. And if you have other questions, don't hesitate to just post doon sa lectures channel. So, see you next time.